Legislative Update by Melanie Brunson. The regular thumbnail head and shoulders color photo of Melanie accompanies her column as always. She is depicted in the photo with dark glasses, earrings, and a serious pose. There is no accompanying caption. 2 additional photos accompany the legislative update in this issue. At the end of the section, entitled Legislative Executive Actions Bring Unprecedented Change, a photo appears which was taken in a hotel meeting room at the 72nd National Convention. It features Melanie Brunson center in a yellow shirt and beige slacks, with her guide dog Sparta at her side. Melanie is addressing the Legislative Affairs Educational Session at the BVA 72nd National Convention. A third and final photo accompanying the legislative update appears at the very end of the article. The photo is of the members of BVA's Board of Directors with former interim Deputy Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Scott Blackburn, after the President's dinner at the 72nd National Convention. Left to right, Scott Blackburn, Mark Cornell, Joe Parker and guide dog Josie, Dale Stamper, Vernon Richmond, Genesee Amaro, Paul Mims, Joe McNeil, Paul Kaminsky, Al Avina, Dennis O'Connell, David Fox, and Tom Zampieri. All board members are dressed in business attire with their service caps and white canes. The BVA flag and American flag can be seen in the background. The text of the legislative update begins with the following. Legislative executive actions bring unprecedented change. In a flurry of activity before heading out of Washington for their August recess, members of the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate took action on several bills that contain sweeping changes to programs for veterans. These changes include a major expansion of the post-9/11 GI Bill, an overhaul of the process for appealing decisions made on claims for benefits, and an extension of the Choice Program that allows veterans enrolled in the VA healthcare system to obtain care from community providers at VA's expense. All of these bills enjoyed broad bipartisan support in Congress before the President signed them into law. Additional details regarding the aforementioned legislation are worthy of note. GI Bill expansion. The Harry W. Colmery Veterans Educational Assistance Act of 2017, also known as the Forever GI Bill, contains sweeping changes to the educational benefits available to post-9/11 veterans under the GI Bill as most recently constituted. The most significant of these changes is the elimination of the arbitrary 15-year period within which veterans are required to use their GI Bill benefits. Now veterans can use these benefits at any time in their professional careers. The bill also provides increased educational assistance to student veterans who pursue programs of study in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, fields, as well as computer programming, technical or vocational training. In addition, the bill also provides GI Bill eligibility for reservists mobilized under selected reserve orders for pre-planned missions in support of the combatant commands or in response to a major disaster or emergency. Provides GI Bill eligibility for reservists undergoing medical care. Restores benefits to student veterans who received credits or training from certain educational institutions that have closed their doors. Provides full GI Bill benefits for Purple Heart recipients, regardless of length of service. Extends Yellow Ribbon Program benefits to Frye Scholarship recipients to help cover the costs of attending private universities. And increases GI Bill payments by $2,300 per year for veterans with fewer than 12 months of active service. Appeals process reform. The Veterans Appeals Improvement and Modernization Act of 2017 creates 3 separate paths from which veterans can choose when they are dissatisfied with and want to appeal a decision by the Veterans Benefits Administration on their claims for VA benefits. The legislation would also allow certain veterans already going through the appeals process to opt into the new system. It would further require VA to provide a comprehensive plan for both implementing the new system and processing the current backlog of existing appeals. The options that will now be available to veterans wishing to appeal decisions on their claims will include an opportunity to seek a higher-level review by a VA regional office on the same evidence presented to the original claims processors, a means for filing a supplemental claim that would include the opportunity to submit additional evidence to the regional office, an appeal directly to the Board of Veterans' Appeals, resulting in a possible hearing and/or the opportunity to submit additional evidence. Veterans service officers would be able to help individual veterans determine which option is likely to bring the best result in the least amount of time, based on the nature of the latter's individual claim and the evidence supporting it. Therefore, readers who have questions about the potential impact these changes may have on their particular claim may wish to contact BVA's Field Service Resource Center. Extending the life of VA's Choice Program. In June 2017, the VA Secretary reported that the Choice Program, which allows certain veterans who are enrolled in the VA health care system to obtain their care at non-VA clinics at VA expense, faced a major cash shortage. The House and Senate came together to approve legislation to fund this program and ensure that veterans who need it would continue to have access to care from facilities in their own communities. Known as the VA Choice and Quality Employment Act of 2017, the bill also authorizes 28 major medical facility leases and puts in place reforms that strengthen VA's ability to recruit, train, and retain a top-notch workforce. The 28 major medical facility leases authorized in the VA Choice and Quality Employment Act of 2017 include Ann Arbor, Michigan, Birmingham, Alabama, Boston, Massachusetts, Charleston, South Carolina, Corpus Christi, Texas, Daytona Beach, Florida, Denver, Colorado, Fredericksburg, Virginia, Gainesville, Florida, 2 leases, Hampton Roads, Virginia, Indianapolis, Indiana, Jacksonville, Florida, Missoula, Montana, Northern Colorado, Ocala, Florida, Oxnard, California, Pike County, Georgia, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Portland, Maine, Raleigh, North Carolina, Rochester, New York, San Diego, California, Santa Rosa, California, Tampa, Florida, Lakeland, Tampa, Florida, Terre Haute, Florida, and Rapid City, South Dakota. Additional legislation, future VA funding. Several additional pieces of legislation that could have a significant impact on veterans await congressional action, most notably legislation to provide funding for VA during fiscal year 2018. At press time, current funding for the federal government was slated to run out on September 30th. It is not clear whether members of Congress and the White House will be able to reach agreement on a budget for the next fiscal year. However, they have passed another continuing resolution that would keep funding at current levels through December 10, 2017. In addition to reporting on developments in the next bulletin, we will also post additional information on social media sites as well as via our legislative email list as the direction of these developments becomes clearer. Please feel free to check online or contact us at BVA National Headquarters for more information.